in Southern California, speaking of influences, of course we had the early surf culture, and we had Ed Big Daddy Roth, and that kind of very popular culture, but it was very vibrant, you know, and my father, when I was very young, took my bicycle and painted it candy apple, which was what you did with hot rods, you know. So there was that influence. And then another thing that was very important to me is, even though I was very young, the whole culture of the 60s, the explosion with pop art. And one thing that made a particular impression on me, and I only realized this years later, was the Mexico Olympics. I had different items. I had a soccer ball, but I saw all these different things populated with design, with a very distinctive, wonderful logo. And so I think I could say that was a formative influence. And then moving to Europe, of course, the European culture, very different in each country I lived in, was influential, particularly Germany. And once again, the Olympics come into play. I lived in Munich during the Olympics. And that's where I saw Olympic logos, and basically a branding happening in the subways, on flags, on printed literature. It was everywhere, and it was pervasive. And so the visual graphics became inseparable with the events that were happening, just the general excitement of all these activities. So I saw that these things could all be integrated in a very pervasive way. So that was very influential to me. I forgot to mention just a little bit more about the 60s. Living in Palo Alto at the time, there was a lot of artwork coming out of concert culture, the Fillmore, and so forth. And my family would regularly take us up to Haight-Ashbury to see what was going on. So there were the hippie shops with all the vibrant posters, the surf movie, whatever that one was, the Summer Forever movie.
Endless Summer.
Endless Summer, yeah. So the posters, in fact, people would wear pins too, you know. So it's kind of dispersion of flowers on your car, political, you know, McCarthy stickers, and so forth. And then later on, attending Harvard, studying architecture, and of course, architecture is the natural route for a lot of designers, particularly in Italy, to expand out into different areas. And I very much adopted the Italian attitude that architect can design everything. They say from the spoon to the city. So those are some of my influences.